So I'm going to be putting together a few shorter yoga videos, one with standing, one laying down, and this one's going to be on the ground, mostly seated. For those days we don't have much time, but we still want a good stretch and some strengthening for the bodies, and just a time to kind of calm our minds down and connect. We'll go ahead and start with our spine nice and strong and long, sitting on your sit bones, so we don't want any curving of the shoulders or upper back. And then just close your eyes, and we'll start with 3 cleansing breaths. So you'll breathe in the nose, fill the belly really deeply, and then slowly let it go out of the mouth. We'll do 2 more like that. Great way to just cleanse the body of the old stale air, but even old thoughts and worries, and help us just come into the present. One more. And then bring your hands to heart, reminding ourselves to continue this practice with no judgment and no expectations, but just experience where you are. In this next breath, you'll breathe in the nose and lift all the way up to the sky, inhaling, lengthening the side body, and exhale your arms into cactus. Relax the shoulders, and then press the elbows back and turn the palms up towards the sky, and maybe in a small little back bend here. And then inhale, lengthen, and exhale, bring the right hand down to the side. The left hand will come onto the head, and then just gently reach your head to the left side. Inhale, lengthen that same hand, and then reach that left hand over to the right side. Release the right shoulder to the ground. Maybe the elbow comes down. Really lengthen, and then see if you can turn the torso and your heart up towards the sky. And then come back up, inhale. And then this time, left hand comes down, the hand on the outside of the head, and then gently press and bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, bring the right hand all the way over to the left side. Maybe the elbow can come down, and really reach and lengthen, stretching and breathing into the right side body. And then turn the torso up. And come back up, inhale. And then bring the fingertips onto your shoulders. Relax the shoulders and touch the elbows if you can. And we're gonna rotate the elbows all the way up and around for forward. And 2 more. 1 more. And then go the other way and press and round it up. Really lift the elbows to the sky, getting work into the shoulder joints. And 1 more. And relax. And then we're gonna just take our hands and bring our feet up in front of us. So you want your feet and knees about hip width apart. Your hands are going to be slightly back behind you. Press the heart and chest up, and then lift the hips all the way up. Lengthen the spine as much as you can. And then maybe you'll either stay like that, or you'll come all the way back down, bringing the hips to the ground, or all the way back behind you. Try it out. We're going to keep pressing back. Lengthen the legs. Use the strength of the body to press your body up and back. Belly squeezes in. You can always just keep it here in Dandasana if that feels better. Getting a stretch in the hamstrings. And then come back up. Inhale. Bring that left leg onto the left thigh. And go ahead and sit it back down. You're going to turn the hands just so you don't bother the wrist for this one. Press the shoulder blades back. And then press your chest towards the shins. Getting a stretch into the hips and glutes. Beautiful. And then from there, see if you can take that right leg and bring it underneath, and the left leg will stay on top or over the right thigh. Take the left thumb and press the left thumb into the left hip joint and press the hip down. You really want to keep the hips stable. Lengthen the spine, and then press the left knee towards the right armpit. And then as you exhale, you're going to turn your body over to the left and then gaze over your left shoulder and really twisting into the core. Great way to massage the organs. It's great for digestion. And then come back to center and release. We'll go back to having your legs out in front of you and going to the other side. So again, press the chest up, lengthen the legs all the way up, and then this time bring the right ankle to the left thigh. Bring the toes towards the shins, and then release it. turn the hands around, just the fingertips here. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and press the chest forward. Deep breath here, getting a nice deep stretch. And then again, releasing it down. Keep that heel away from the hip and release that hip to the ground. And then take the left hand to squeeze the right leg into the chest. Lengthen the spine, and then you're going to twist to the right. So twist to the belly and the chest. Bend the shoulders and then gaze over the right shoulder. And then come back to center. Release both legs and bring your feet together into Baddha Konasana, getting a beautiful stretch in the inner thighs. And then notice again, if you find yourself rounding up, you want to really press the hips back and lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, see if you can squeeze the thighs down and then press the chest forward, getting your belly towards your heels and the chin over the toes. And maybe even rounding the forehead up towards the toes. Take a deep breath, feeling the stretch in the hips, inner thighs, the spine is lengthening. And then come back to center. Bring the feet out in front of you. And there's a little bit of ab work from here. Bring your forearms to the ground and then see if you can press the palms and the elbows and lengthen the legs. As you exhale, press down, lift the elbows, squeeze the legs into the chest. Inhale, release. If it becomes a lot, you can keep the hands here and just bring it in from here and lengthen. Otherwise, press it up and release and press and release. Let's try one more and press and then go. Take a hold of the back of the thighs, squeeze the thighs in, drop the shoulders, lift the heels. You might even lengthen the legs all the way up, and then see if you want to release and let go. Hold it here for 3, and 2, and 1. And cross the ankles and come onto all fours. Great, so we're going to go into tabletop and into some cat and cows to stretch the spine. Knees and hips are lined up. You're pressing deeply into the shins. Shoulders and wrists are lined up, and you want to make sure that the eye of the elbow is facing forward and the biceps are facing forward. So we're going to go ahead and imagine that you're pressing your arms away from each other, but the armpits are squeezing in towards the heart. And then from here, cat and cow. So you're going to let the belly fall, tailbone lifts up, inhale, chest comes forward, and then as you exhale, feel your breath through the spine as you exhale and dome it out. And let's do one more like that. I'm just going to switch the palms and get a different kind of stretch into my wrist. And then inhale, arching the back. And then exhale, rounding it up. Come back to your neutral spine. And then just a little work here again. Tuck the toes under and see if you can lift the knees up just an inch off the mat. Squeeze into the ground, squeeze the belly, deep breath, and then lengthen out into your plank pose. If again it's becoming a little much today, drop the knees back down. Hold it here, squeeze the belly in, squeeze the armpits towards each other. See if you can get the hips the same level as your shoulders. Deep breath, and then release it down for a few little yoga push-ups. Elbows are going to come back, forehead towards the ground, and press. Or you can just go about an inch and press, or all the way down one more time, and press. And then finally come all the way down, chest and chin and forehead at the same time, and release the legs back. Press all 10 toenails into the mat, going into Cobra or Bhujangasana. Elbows are going to squeeze together, shoulder heads lift up, and then lift those kneecaps and strengthen those legs. And then a small little back bend for Baby Cobra, or really stretch it up. Press the toes down, deep breath into Bhujangasana, Cobra pose, and then finally letting it go into a child pose, knees out, toes together, and exhale. Take a deep breath, feel the belly, and let it go. If you have some more time, you may decide to do a little meditation here, or you'll just come back to seated with me. Bring our hands back to heart. And just remind ourselves to live a life full of love and compassion, positivity, for what we practice can grow stronger. Start with ourselves and then spread it out into the world to all living things, for we're all connected. The light in me bows down to the light in all of you. Thank you for joining me today, and namaste.